Yeah. Good day. I just even hope that your day is going well. But to be fair, I'm feeling a bit feverish today, but yeah. In spite of that, I don't think I can actually give up. And also by I mean like, I don't even want to give up. That is also just because of the whole merit of me. Yeah, just trying to fulfill my promise. Yeah, every single day, every single week where you actually have this. Oh! Headbats! Where? Oh, hey, Radio! I hope that, your days is gonna be swell today, aren't ya, nah? I also feeling like, just even feel kind of like, as if I'm actually getting an OD from like, this fever just like making me feel like, so woozy, like kind of like, but I don't even know if there's any doctor for an angel or whatever, because, I don't think that we can actually get sick. And if we actually get sick, then, how could that be? Or, wait, there must be a bigger agenda behind this. But I cannot even try to say for sure because, unless you actually want to have your brains being blown off just because of the sheer knowledge. I mean, like, the sheer forbidden knowledge, then I don't think that you actually need to try to confide it. But, What? Angel virus? What do you mean? I don't think that pretty much like, there's nothing. If anything is spiritual, then I don't think that they can actually just try to hurt us. For sheezy. And voila, and also, turn off the lights, and okay, let me turn on the screen for a bit. There we go. So how do you think about that? The demo is kind of, I haven't even played up the demo because, the demo doesn't even have content that I like. So I think I should actually wait until the full release. And also, do you actually really want to see, like, why I'm actually waiting for the full release? Just because, like, in this fan game series, and there are a few counters based on Christian themes, which is, my cup of tea. So, I think, this game actually, we have Reimu, Marisa, and, Futo. But truth be told, I'm just warning you that if I actually play as Futo, then I don't even know, like, expect me to do some voice acting on Futos, and, what? Gamepad doesn't even work? So just even tell me, like, which gamepad are you using? PlayStation or Xbox? I think like for most of the time, Xbox controller should work. But pretty much like, once I actually Xbox Razer, but I know fuck about that. Like, I mean, like, controller type. So, I think pretty much like for now I don't even know like what to do. But hey, at least pretty much like if I want to play as Futo, then if I want to play as Futo, then I mean like for another time maybe. She is. But to be fair, if you actually want to see like, she's, I think pretty much like I could actually have a blast voicing her, even though. And wop. There we go. Just even see like how I just try to voice act her for whatever reason. What? Wait. But no, this is just even. This is just as tiring as it's gonna sound. Wow. But this is just not gonna be like that though. Every time we shoot and we actually get a familiar shooting instead of her, but the bad thing is that thing is stationary, so I don't think that we can actually destroy back as many damage as we actually want to expect out of that. What? Focus on the head to avoid bullets? What do you mean? I mean, pretty much like, if you actually really want to, then you see that small red circle on the torso of the character. Yeah, that's a hitbox. So, yeah, in short, yeah, TLDR is that, yeah, the hitbox is way smaller than, it's way smaller than the actual character sprite. So, yep, there's still a lot of leeway for like how much it's gonna take until you're gonna get hit or not or whatever. What? Yeah, this is just as important how it's gonna go. Why? Wait, and also like it's just gonna take really forever compared to like other characters to actually just try to go through like, yeah, at this point in the stage. Unless I actually deliberately want to just try to do something my own ad myself, and well, yeah, this is just like damn easy as pie. Yeah, and also pretty much like, yeah, in this case, pretty much like we also need to try and not mistake, yeah, point items for bullets or else, yeah, we're just gonna get freaking doomed. What? You actually dream about me? Well, I also remember that I also have some kind of wild dreams, but wait, what dream did I actually have? It seems like, yeah, I wish I can tell you, but maybe until like the next time I play Yuminiki or a fan game of it. Good heavens! The key of we received from the Crown Prince does speak? Wow, yeah, that's the point. Yeah, she's speaking old school classic Shakespeare in English. I don't even know like how the translator actually just tried to translate her like that. So in the original Japanese, she actually speaking, yeah, old Japanese as you actually try to expect. What? You're having a train memory of me in my dream. I don't even think like, yeah, that's too much like, if I ever actually dream of my Oshi bio. Yeah, if I actually dream of my Oshi, then pretty much like, that may be just like enough for me to wet the bed once again. Not because of wet the bed out of fear or whatever, but like wet the bed out of, yeah, you know, excitement and such. I just wish because of that. Ah, nice. But yeah, so how would you just gonna feel about the whole experience of, yeah, you know, yeah, on Friday's karaoke stream where I actually just, yeah, casually sing about some random songs and, yeah, like that. Ah, oh, so, yeah, so pretty much you're just gonna be everywhere right now? Ah, nice! Oh, but yeah, well, pretty much like, yeah, for the most part, we also trying to be careful, like, yeah, just not to mistake that familiar, yeah, the green hair girl, like, yeah, you know, the green hair girl actually just try to do the whole shooting over here. Yeah, just not to mistake her as, yeah, yourself. Or else pretty much like you're just gonna have a lot of stupid deaths in the game. Ah, I think it helps, but yeah, only like for some categories. Like if it's what's music, then yeah, it surely helps. Or at least in any category that's popular on YouTube, like yeah, Terraria, karaoke, or yeah, Touhou in general. Ah, it. So whoa. Where did you actually learn that from? Yeah, just you tell me, like, where did you actually learn the whole thing of commenting on one's YouTube alternate YouTube channel for like the first few minutes actually helps? I don't even think that, yeah, for a Twitch-centric for a Twitch-centric streamer, I don't even simply know like how this can actually work in the first place. Ah, nice. So they actually tell you that? Or did they actually just try to paraphrase someone else's opinion? Or nah? What? This is just you explaining like, oh yeah. And also, why also we also have to be freaking extra freaking careful if we actually mistake that green hair girl over, yeah, to the left of our screen as of now, then yeah, that's not our player character. Yeah, the one that actually moves is our player character, and that ghost girl is just only like, yeah, a glorified weapon of her own. Yep. And yeah, just a little help don't even hurt, right? Wow. Well, if you actually wonder, like, yeah, so where this thing actually comes from, then I think pretty much like I also should dedicate another of my streams for that also, because yeah, this girl we fighting over here actually come from another fan game, and even like another earlier fan game. So yeah, I think pretty much like if we have more time on the next Sunday, I mean the closest Sunday to this Sunday, then I think I could actually play this fan game to see the point here. Yeah. So yeah, in every Touhou shooting game, then each playable character actually has a special gimmick to their own shot types as well, or like their general I don't even know how exactly we can actually try to make an analog of it outside of shooting game context, but yeah. But the whole general rule of thumb is that in Touhou games, and pretty much like every single character actually have a unique mechanic on how their attacks actually plays out. Oh my god! Oh my god! Why? I almost got hit by that Razor! Why? Oh freak! This is pretty much like one of the most infernal things I actually even tried to experience in the first place. Wow. Yeah, if you're actually gonna say that Undertale is hard, yeah, wait until you actually try to play Touhou. Okay, I think pretty much like if I actually really want to, that how about a Stardew dialogue mod where everyone speaks like Buto, like everyone speaks in either like Shakespeare in English or or old Japanese depending on dub, or just like archaic version of any language, so that you actually just try to have like a whole hell of a linguistic fun time. Wow. Yeah, on easy and normal, I think pretty much like that's an average player skill. But by far, pretty much like I can only play like almost any Touhou game on easy, because just gonna try to play it on normal, just gonna like that's gonna be the whole traumatizing lot for me, especially if I haven't even cleared some game on easy yet. So so if you're already comfortable on clearing a Touhou game on easy, then we should actually just try to move on to normal, because that's simply what we need to do, right? What the hell? Okay, this is getting tricky. So how are you actually gonna feel if you actually try to gang press the balls and then just try to feel like that? Oh my god! 1v1, but upon the full version we can actually try to go. I heard that the full version is gonna have like multiplayer support, so you can actually challenge like whoever you want to. And also I heard that not just like local multiplayer, but also like online multiplayer and stuff. So wow, so how good gonna be like that? Nice. So if you're actually gonna think like you should even just try to don't even know like how hard the AI actually is, then if that's gonna be the demo, then just gonna wait until the full version to be released. And if once the full version released, I just gonna get it and then try to to see if my favorite fan Touhou character is gonna be there, and also you actually even heard about it. Just try to fire up multiplayer and just try to challenge everyone, and if they lose to me, I'm just gonna have them to do a humiliating challenge. And also, speaking of challenge, if I actually clear this game with all the playable characters in this game, then yeah, what can you actually do? What can you actually have me doing? Or maybe just want to give me some ideas of like do on whatever like what the next stream's gonna be. Even though, yeah, I just gonna like teasing some plans for next week here. Yeah, I definitely would actually kick your ass just because of the merit of, yeah, you know. Yeah, I have been like a more long-time Touhou player than you are, so yeah, that really actually explains it. Ah. Oh, so if you actually know like why did I actually mention Lovecraft in here? So yeah, here's gonna say like, yeah, white worm. So if you're actually really into Lovecraftian literature and works, then yeah, there's something called like elder gods or great old ones in this in that mythos. So yeah, apparently like the character we just faced right now as a mid boss actually is based on one of the deities in the Touhou mythos. And yeah, to be fair, I just simply really wish that, yeah, I just really wanted to try to do something and yeah, the Touhou mythos, or even like, yeah, once, twice, or yeah, how many times I want to, or even try to do some like, yeah, very random cheese that I didn't even check. Am I just gonna make it? Oh my god, yeah, first stupid death in the game. Okay, I didn't even check. Yeah, that's the downside of playing as Futo because, yeah, you know, haven't you actually seen the ghost girl that actually shows up whenever we press the shoot, where we're actively shooting? Then yeah, that's a downside. Yeah, sometimes we actually mistake that girl for our actual player sprite, but yeah, that's just basically like, yeah, a trick of our eyes. I also remember that my manager also said that she also encountered a translated copy of, yeah, the Call of Touhou, but she actually didn't even buy it because, yeah, at the time her ma'am just gonna like overreact if she's gonna pick up a horror book. And yeah, if you're gonna hear the name of Lovecraft, then you actually definitely know that's horror. Move her? What do you mean? Move the ghost girl? I don't think that we cannot do so unless, yeah, there's some special means. There's some special means that actually can have us do this, and there we go. Yeah. So yeah, in this case, it's pretty much like, yeah, the ghost girl's gonna move. In this case, the ghost gonna move. But otherwise, yeah, she's just gonna stay in one spot. And also, yeah, while we are actually liberating our gauge, like, you know, the gauge that we actually see from, yeah, on the right side of the screen, then, yeah, she's gonna get, like, so goddamn powerful to the point that I don't even know, like, yeah, what's the logic behind this, anyway. And, wow, also speaking of which, yeah, this game is just gonna, this game also yet another, you know, yeah, one-up game where it actually rains life pieces and extra lives like candy. Yeah, you actually see why. And yeah, here we are. They also just try to make sure that, yeah, we remember Futo's position, or else we just gonna end up with that meat in either way or another. What? Oh, yeah, this is kind of gimmicky, I must say. Ah, nice. Yeah, if you actually did see like what I actually just said, then yeah, that's my point. Oh my god. Oh my lord. This is getting insane. This is getting insane. This is insane. This is insane. Like how? How the freaking not actually just try to achieve to win the game like the usual way when she had I play as a gimmick. I play as a gimmicky character and then boom. I also encounter an equally as gimmicky boss. Koi no uta de tosasareta Yume miru kitetsu wa sugite cold sleep. I think pretty much like if you just gonna really make cold sleep, then why not you actually try to sleep inside a whole igloo for a night? Or just an entire building made out of imperishable ice or whatever matter. So that's pretty much like, ever since I heard of a certain song also called Cold Sleep, pretty much like, definitely I cannot even just try to think of the word the same way again. Every single time that word actually came up, then I just only think of a song. I think I actually have sang the song once in karaoke before. And it's all in either way. That's pretty much like, that's one of the craziest stuff that, so basically a song can actually change how I perceive a word. Haven't you actually just tried to think about the same thing with other songs and other words before? What the hell? So that's even basically how this thing could work in the first place. So, normally then pretty much like, every time we shoot, then she's just gonna appear at, the same exact location where we actually push the shot button. But, as we actually release the whole gauge over there, then she's just gonna move to the nearest enemy. Like, kind of like, oh, okay. I think pretty much like this is gonna assume that you have played Touhou beforehand. Like, I mean, many Touhou games beforehand to actually know what I actually mean with that. In this game, then extra lives gonna drain like candy. So, I'm just gonna take that for granted because, well, it's just like both a blessing and a curse. A blessing is that we can actually just like have more things to survive with. And the curse is that, well, if we don't even have enough bombs, then pretty much like, so how can actually we get out of a pinch without bombs? Na 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 na. And so how's your day today? I completely forgot to ask, just because of the moral fact of, I'm just getting so freaking engrossed in this game that, well, as the old saying tends to go, the whole games are extremely addictive, the way you're gonna think about that. Wow. Oh, it's too early to decide what? I just don't even seem to understand. Okay. So, I didn't even like, we can actually do this, just like, just try getting a crap ton of score, but I don't even know, like, what's the point of score here when, score doesn't even matter in, like, most Touhou games anyway, aside from, like, leaderboard stuff. Today's gonna be good, but I don't actually mean that the day's gonna be good, but I mean like, how's the day has been going? Yeah, better to just actually try to read out the whole context, or else I'm just not gonna forgive anyone who actually takes things out of context. But you're an exception because you're just my homie, ninja. What? What? Is this actually a bluff or nah? Yeah, definitely. So pretty much like, if I can actually simply do whatever we want to here, then I can actually simply wish that I just gonna, yeah, bless you with whatever stuff that I'm gonna have in hand, or yeah, just as a word of caution, pretty much like, yeah, most of my blessings are just gonna be like outright weird, like blessing for, yeah, seemingly unrelated things. Yeah, but also host that'll be actually getting home. Yeah, we're getting a host leads of Waffle K in air and Wop. Yeah, I think we much like, yeah, haven't I actually tried to take mention about a lot of my jargons? Well, if I just gotta say you about how I can actually just not use my jargon and be much like, oh my lord, pretty much like that's just gonna be like one of the, yeah, weirdest thing actually possible here. Just even, it won't even simply hurt for a dash of wafu in here. And no, I actually do not mean waffle, as you might have misheard about that word. Yep. Ah, nice. So, yeah, apparently that this figure is gonna be, yeah, so apparently this boss is based on a historical figure, so yeah, there we go. So if my favorite band actually gonna make a song about, yeah, a figure like that, then voila, we're just gonna get a whole deal of, yeah, you know, yeah, visual case Sabaton. But instead of like singing about war, then they're just gonna think about historical figures instead of wars in general. And pretty much like that's gonna be better than just gonna listen to mere Sabaton alone. And also, in other words, yeah, are you actually interested in like other metal bands instead of like instead of just like black metal classics, like, you know, Creative of Filth or Dimmu Borgir, or oh my god, my god. Oh my goodness, he was like, yeah, this is just gonna be misdirect and dodge. Like, yeah, when we actually hear the screen going into shake, then yeah, just run! Just run! Run for your life! Oh, so, yeah, so by far, actually, which other band have they stunned you? Oh, so it seems like you have forgot about that. No? Oh, nu metal, so yeah, stuff like Korn or Slipknot or Limp Bizkit, right? Nah. This is actually not even just gonna worth it. Just not gonna worth it. Not gonna worth it. and also speaking of new metal, I don't think like I'm not that much of a new metal fan. I'm just gonna prefer like power metal or symphonic metal or symphonic power metal. So yeah, you can actually clearly see like the kind of person I am with my whole preference. Whoa, wait, what? Automat? Like I don't even know like how can what you're gonna say gonna be automat? Oh, Lacrimosa! Yeah, gothic metal. And also speaking of gothic metal, then depending on how you're gonna think about it, then almost virtually any symphonic power metal band it's gonna be called gothic metal if their stuff is gonna touch upon stuff like gothic fiction or vampires or just like anything tangentially of that sort. But I don't even know like how's the concept of like defining like one I don't even know like what actually defines one rock or metal act gothic. Apart from like some very arbitrary rules out there. Yeah, and also pretty much like that's the reason why at first I'm just gonna assume that if Evanescence is a gothic metal act, then why haven't they actually try to sing about vampires in the first place? Like I mean like not just like singing that, making that the subject matter of like a few of their songs. But also like the focus of their whole discography or even their whole concept. Oh, I haven't even heard of them before, so which genre today? And so the better. So pretty much like my realm is almost always like symphonic metal or power metal or both. As I just said. So just gonna tell your friend that you're ooms with a homie who also love metal, but also only like only the tamer stuff like power metal. And also speaking of something that actually is metal related, and pretty much like so I think that you actually have I bet that you're during karaoke stream you actually heard of me singing Motorhead and AC/DC, which by no means isn't actually true metal, but might actually have played a major influence on the new wave of British heavy metal. Slayer! I even heard that pretty much like many songs from genres that are not metal actually sample Slayer songs themselves, or namely like namely their songs in their album Rain and Blood. And also, if you actually know more about how the creative process in Slayer works, then it's gonna get kind of interesting. So apparently that the vocalist Tom Araya is Catholic, but he's just even seemed to be unfazed by the whole explicit stuff that his composer tend to write about. So he's just gonna basically go from like he just basically feel like this shit's gonna offend a lot of people, and then he just went from that into like that's some awesome stuff. You're gonna offend so many people with that. Which is also kind of similar to like how my creative process is gonna go with all my interest in I just even simply hate like how the stage is kind of like placing enemies and bullets right behind us. Rain in blood, not raining blood. Like rain in blood, not raining blood. Rain and blood, not raining blood. You actually better just have to check like Wikipedia or Metal Archives or whatever that music database, including them. Just to get the point straight to home. What? What? I'm just getting so freaking befuddled by this. What the heck is this? Oh. Oh. So a song, but I mean like, yeah, Rain and Blood, like, you know, with the rain and in blood. Yeah, in that case then, yeah, that's an album. Oh, so, yeah, what I mean is the album Rain and Blood, not the song. Yeah, I shouldn't have actually said about their album instead of a song. Wait, oh my god, oh my god! Listen to this. Yeah, so this battle theme is actually gonna sound like, yeah, so freaking like an anime opening theme, so, yeah, I don't even know, like, what did actually the composer for this game actually smoke to the point that they actually write a song like that. Yeah, so the album is Rain and Blood, so, and the song is Rain and Blood. Yeah. Oops, my bad. I could have actually gonna say the context of this earlier on. And also pretty much like, yeah, there's a kind of insane thing with some of their albums, like, yeah, they are no stranger to controversy, but yeah, I even heard that their album Cross Solution was banned in India. Which, okay, that's kind of reasonable, but just because of controversy caused by the album art, which is, oh my god, man, like, yeah, which do you think you are? Like, how are you just gonna say about that? If you just kind of think like you cannot actually just try to redraw your freaking album art, then yeah, just gonna rethink about that. Yeah, so which century are you living in, Slayer? I mean, they were formed in the late 20th century, but yeah, even in the 21st century, you can actually get artists who actually can draw album cover art, yeah, for kind of cheap or for a reasonable price for a band. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Yeah, how was it at this point? I haven't even cleared the spell card before, but now, how did I clear it? Oh, Coheed and Cambria. So what are they, or what is that? No more! Yeah. When also speaking of that, wait. Did I just actually cite the opening line from Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train? And also, yeah, I think pretty much like, yeah, for the anniversary of his death later on this July, then yeah, as a Ozzy homage, then yeah, definitely I should only do like your bidding. Oh, yeah, E8. This is music at this point. Yeah, the Lovecraftian she's gonna be like, it's gonna be so real. And then you're gonna hear some bastard squeal. The Lovecraft sheet is real. Oh, progressive metal. Yeah, I haven't even tried. Cannot even tell like what is prog rock, what is prog metal from like almost every other subgenre of metal and rock itself. But before I know that, pretty much like, yeah, there are some people who are actually into that stuff. Even though I'm not even just trying to see the whole appeal of that. Oh my god! Why did I actually try to beat this whole freaking procession of ghosts there? Everybody at this point, this is getting way more problematic than it should be. Na 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 na. Why you actually like you're natively invested in fish? god! This is actually Casper's fault. Where's he gonna go? Ah, nice. Worth it. Wait, also the rest is gonna be kind of worth it. What? What? Oh, Cradle of Filth gonna have Cradle of Filth had an album inspired by Lovecraft. So yeah, I don't even know like why even the word filth is filtered by the automat. But yeah, nice to know. So yeah, and also apparently like it seems like vampires or figures adjacent to vampires seems to be like yeah a pet peeve of Cradle of Filth. Judging by like how many albums it's gonna mention like vampires or vampire-like beings or even trolls leading to them. And also, yeah, yeah, and also like for starters, I think pretty much like they're gonna have. I think pretty much like they had an album dedicated to Elizabeth Bathory. Like I mean, like yeah, not actually dedicated to like I mean like an album with an album about Elizabeth Bathory. Like yeah, you know, yeah, that lady was renowned in history and in history as a serial killer, but in legends, people tend to actually think that she's a vampire and stuff. You actually did mention that you actually gone past Elizabeth Bathory's castle. And yeah, so you're just gonna tell. So just you're gonna guess like how people are just gonna react to if they're gonna see like yeah you know a VTuber whose lore actually involved Elizabeth Bathory in some way. Like for example, yeah, her lore actually directly state that. Well, there we go. So now pretty much like yeah, you're actually gonna see the spell card title. Yeah, so this is pretty much like this is the point where the Lovecraft reference is gonna be like so freaking blatant here. Okay, how can he freaking oh my god! Oh, how can he freaking corner here? Normally I haven't even done this thing well, but yeah, for some reason, yeah, playing with as Fuso is gonna make me like, yeah, fail at this very, very miserably. Yeah. Oh, even if the castle's in ruins, then yeah, would there actually be any reason to actually just well, you know, explore more or yeah, or maybe like yeah, maintenance and stuff. Oh, so yeah, basically misdirection. Yeah, this was basically a misdirection spell card. So yeah, pretty much like this is just gonna be a whole freaking dash fest. If you're actually gonna ask me about that. Well, I actually have faith in myself, and also you also should really also have faith in myself. Well, Anisaya, wata no susume, oi kaze wa ware wo kumitsu, uchi suru, ono no fuyo, kayaru mitsugo ni mo tenyuke, gamushara. And also, wait! This is pretty much like one of my own ticks whenever there's a mention of peaches. And oh, did you actually see that this boss actually has a spell card where, yeah, there are peach-shaped bullets. And also, yeah, referencing Mario's Princess Peach, no less. Oh, so, yeah, what's different? Yeah, so what is this that offer in Prague instead of anywhere else? Oh my god! My god! This is damn insane! This is damn insane! This is damn insane! This is damn insane! Ah, so yeah, Prague. So if Prague is that, then what about Budapest? Assuming that you also went to Hungary for that trip. But anyway, yeah, Elizabeth before is Hungarian, so yeah, I bet that you actually start in Hungary first, or yeah, wait, did you actually start in Hungary first or the Czech Republic first? God damn it. So yeah, so not a yeah, so I see. Not not a mere traveling tour, but also a business tour, right? Oh, so you stay in Croatia for most of the trip, right? Nice. And also, I just even simply wish that things really getting way more interesting than that. Nice. Oh, Slovakia. Oh my God. I cannot even remember, like, yeah, which capital city is which. Yeah, I just only remember that, yeah, Bratislava. Oh, it's Slovakia. I now remember. And I seem to actually don't even know, like, yeah. So if that's the capital city of Slovakia, then I just even have no idea, like, what is the same thing, but for, like, you know, this Croatia or Zagreb. And also pretty much like, yeah, I know that pretty much I might be actually good at geography. Like, yeah, I can actually name like many prefectures of Japan, but yeah, elsewhere, I'm just gonna be a sitting duck. I cannot even name most of the locales in places such as Thailand or much of Europe, except for France and stuff. Just because, well, I actually learned geography based on interest, so yeah, you couldn't actually really blame me. So, oh my God, wait, I just cleared a game. Yay! I just cleared a game as photo. Yay! And also, yeah, pretty much like this is gonna be the time for a censor. I can actually know a few, yeah, Mexican city or Mexican states. Yeah, for states I know Oaxaca, or whatever. What city? Guadalajara, Mexico City. Yeah, and also, if you actually able to know it, then. And also pretty much like I also tell you this. Yeah, I'm not sure if you actually heard of this before, but yeah, well, the kind of axolotls you actually see as a pet, actually, yeah, these are actually like artificial mutations. Well, the axolotls might actually have, yeah, duller colors than that. So, yeah, so there's basically no chance of you seeing a pink axolotl in the wild. And also, I also read from a book that, yeah, in the state of Oaxaca, or whatever. What? I cannot even pronounce it. Like, I cannot even like confusing the sound of X and H in Spanish. Yeah, sometimes I can actually be like that. Yeah, but apparently in that state, then people are gonna have a festival with carved turnip statues or sculptures or whatever, which is, yeah, depending on how I actually can think about it, then it actually sounds kind of fun. Yeah, if you think that's weird, then pretty much like they should have seen Nahuatl names. And pretty much, yeah, even to this day, I still actually have difficulty pronouncing names in Nahuatl. Yeah, so unless you, yeah. So maybe unless people are gonna have like a Nahuatl lesson, a plan to actually start Nahuatl lessons, or that they are actually a native speaker of Nahuatl themselves, then yeah, maybe there's no way for someone to actually properly pronounce Nahuatl without butchering a lot of terms and names and stuff. Yeah, and also not only just like Nahuatl, but also like Mayan language as well. If a foreigner actually sees stuff in either Nahuatl or Mayan languages, then they're just not gonna get like, wait, that's even a language. Yeah. So Guadalajara and Nahuatl. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see it. Yeah, that's the reason why linguistic is fun. Yeah, so okay. And also, so we actually have some good fun playing as Pluto before. So now I'm just gonna play as Marisa instead. And pretty much like, there's pretty much like there's a whole fan concession that not every Touhou shooting, most Touhou shooting games are not complete without the combination of Reimu and Marisa plus another character, or maybe just like Reimu and Marisa alone in the roster of playable characters. So I can actually see that, but I also heard of some fan games which actually have like a cast of playable characters that are not Reimu and Marisa or some combination thereof of them. Apart from being a name, then it is also a multi-purpose word as well, and also given that so pretty much like if you were ever to write a Touhou fic, then I could actually simply guess that you can actually make a whole headcanon of this Marisa character likes cakes and stuff as a slight homage, although I don't think that pretty much like many people gonna caught wind of this. And also speaking of which, and also since there's a ninja or a meme within this fandom regarding McDonald's, I also just had McDonald's yesterday, and it's just kind of decent. Although a single Macca's meal is just gonna cost me like a damn lot of money. Cake? Oh, you always said you want cake, and also I also want cake too. Oh, so if you have to choose a fast food brand, at least like not the ones native to your region, then what should you actually choose? And so pretty much like for me, I am not actually choosing about fast food. I mean, I know pretty much like I should not actually eat them like too often, but just only have them like once or twice a week, or once or twice every 1 or 2 weeks, or even like once or twice or every few weeks or so. And always susceptible to have a treat. Oh, Burger King, nice. Although I'm not that much of a burger person, and also if only burgers have way more diversity than they are currently now, then I would actually have to switch into burgers instead of just fried chicken or chicken nuggets or whatever. I also if you also heard of the debate of adding pineapples on pizza, then speaking of which, I also just ate some pizza with pineapples on it. Seafood pizza with pineapples on it. And to be fair, I think that's tolerable to me. And also pretty much like I don't even know if there are any known burger restaurant actually offer that kind of burger, but if there's one, then that's good news for both of us, because more burger diversity. The more burger diversity, then the better, I must even try to say. But even then, I don't even think like, yeah, I just only like know what that game is. But to be fair, yeah, despite of what actually stayed on the tin, then yeah, the game is exactly not actually about the whole prospect of pizzas or pineapples or yeah, whatever there is, but rather like, yeah, I know this is kind of spoilery, but if I actually gonna try to press it to yeah, then I absolutely have to. And yeah, in terms of pizza topping, I also prefer yeah, just either plain seafood or or chicken or pepperoni. Nope. I mean like I've only read about it on TV tropes, so yeah, no, I didn't play it. Yeah, goat cheese. I haven't even heard. Yeah, my manager said that when she actually had pizza, and also, yeah, it also applies to me as well. Whenever both of us have pizza, then we haven't even heard of any pizza using goat cheese before. But the weirdest is that they actually use like, you know, yeah, black pepper sauce for the dressing instead of tomato sauce or Thousand Island sauce or pesto. Although I just haven't even tried to figure out the whole deal about pesto. Apart from that, they're made of Parmesan cheese, pine nuts, and basil. Yeah, and I just even simply wonder like how can one actually eat pine nuts? What? You're so actually fantastic about eating me, or any other angel in existence. But I just even simply, yeah, just try to have a warning just because. Wait. So yeah, in case you haven't even seen the ending, which is pretty much like very, very common occurrence because I always actually just try to censor the endings. But yeah, the ending of this game while we playing as Futo actually have the protagonist, I mean like having Futo and Nico starting a whole peach farm, and whoa, peach farms, and also yeah, farming. I think pretty much like I also should have started a peach farm on every single Stardew Valley or Fields of Mysteria playthroughs. I don't think that's a good idea. If you actually really know that if you actually eat stuff from heaven, then that's also not a very good idea as well. Not a very good idea due to the whole merit of that. If you actually eat some stuff from heaven, then I think pretty much like that's just gonna be very poisonous to the point that, yeah, if you're that lucky, then you just only get diabetes. But if you're that unlucky, then you're just gonna straight up die for the sheer sweetness of the stuff. Man! Yeah! Yeah, and also, haven't you actually noticed something different with playing as Marisa compared to playing as Futo? Yeah, and also as you actually have just witnessed with the whole duration of stage 2, then yeah, Marisa is a certified killing machine. She has crystal, and these crystals are also either they are magic missile launcher or magical grenade launchers on their own right. And man, I simply that we can actually have a weapon type like that in many other RPGs, provided that these kind of things are balanced and not like a whole freaking murder machines like what Marisa is doing in this game. And would you actually simply mind if a weapon like a grenade launcher in the game is extremely overpowered or not? Or you just simply go with like every other kind of weapon possible? no matter how much of how their playstyle are. And what? Be okay. Oh, yeah, have fun. But I just started doing around and goofing around with my own business. But that also neither of our concern is that whether I'm still actually kicking or not. Because yeah, at one point or later, we was like, I may be either like screaming in pain or yeah, just gonna enjoy the whole experience of having billions of bullets being hurled at me. And also, as someone who actually sometimes chat here might have said before, yeah, that's pretty much like Touhou is the hardcore equivalent of dodging rain, but I don't even see any analog in that. Yeah! Oh! Wow, that was quick! I also just even mentioned about the whole thing, like, yeah. Wow! So, yeah, if you're playing an FPS or an RPG or an MMO, and then you're gonna see some noob with an extremely overpowered weapon, then, yeah, would you just try to, like, yeah, run like Joseph Joestar did in this part 2 adaptation of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or nah? But to be frank, I also, yeah, as a person who actually rely on overpowered mechanics for like early gameplay, then yeah, I think much like it also, yeah, depend on like whether I'm gonna feel it or not. But also the closest analog is that, yeah, basically, if you're gonna see a whole noob with like, yeah, a freaking overpowered weapon, and then you're just gonna like, oh jeez, I need to run out of here, like as if you're gonna face like, you know, as if you're gonna face like the final boss of that game. And pretty much, yeah. And if you actually have noticed, like, yeah, in my Stardew stream, I actually have a mod where we can actually spawn like any item we want to, and this also includes like overpowered mid to late game tools and weapons, and also items as well. So yeah, so if you're gonna see like a player with that mod installed and they just gonna suddenly spawn in a whole high power bomb, then would you also just simply just try to take your own part in it? And that's also pretty much like, yeah, speaking of bombs, I also gonna freaking remember that time where you actually just tried to drop the bomb, yeah, right in some cutscenes, when things were gonna be like crucial. You were just gonna drop a bomb, which is, I don't even see any sense in this. Sensu and I. Bob, wait, so you're just basically just want to get that cheat mod just because of the thrill of being able to just try to get like, yeah, high level items and weapons and stuff. Just only trying to pull pranks on unsuspecting players. I think pretty much like if you're in my own sessions, then yeah, I think that's fine, but if you're playing in someone else's session, then I don't think they're gonna take this lightly. Oh. Even though that mod is described as a cheat mod, I think pretty much like, Yeah, as long as you actually know how to properly use it, then it should not be a cheat. And also, yeah, speaking of grinding, I also remember someone saying something about Final Fantasy VIII. Is that, yeah, in Final Fantasy VIII, I think that, yeah, grinding is not the best way to improve our stats because, yeah, enemy stats is gonna be scaled to our level. So, yeah, the more you're gonna grind, then the stronger the enemies are. So, yeah, the only way to actually just try to min-max the whole game is to, yeah, you know, yeah, improve our magic skills. In which, like, that's one point in the game. I think pretty much there's a skill that allows us to actually to prevent us from seeing random encounters at all. Wow. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but that's it. But if it actually, yeah, but if this is actually in the context of Pokemon, then I'm just gonna tolerate it because, well, yeah, it's just gonna be rewarding to actually for us to actually encounter legendary or mythical Pokemon. Yeah, towards the mid to late game, whatever it is. Because it's just gonna because I think that should make more sense for a trainer of at that point in the game to actually get Pokemon of that higher. Oh, you gonna mention what? You haven't. You haven't, yeah, go on. Na 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 na. Bye-bye, Isaac! Oh my god! I know that game! Although, yeah, I'm not actually that big on roguelikes. Even when, yeah, theoretically I also should have survived in that. Yeah, but it's maybe just like my wishful thinking. I don't even know like how likely I might actually just try to survive in a roguelike. Although, if I actually wanted to try to use me as a guinea pig, then I think, yeah, maybe I should actually play Don't Starve together at some point later on. Oh my god! Yeah, to this point, I haven't even died by playing as Marisa just because she's getting goddamn powerful. But now I die. Oh, so yeah. Did you actually attempt a no hit run or a challenge run in that game before? It's pretty much like, yeah, every single time I want to do a challenge run, either I'm actually succeeding it, or I just outright fail it and then just try to make up some rule to actually cheat the whole rules or whatever. Yeah, screw the rules. I'm just gonna make that up. Wait, you cannot even do no hit, even though you have like spent like a lot of time in the game. Yeah, so here's like the reason why I actually even asked you like if you can actually do a no hit in that game is because, yeah, I haven't. Yeah, so okay, I have heard people actually doing no hit in Touhou, no hit in Undertale, and no hit in whatnot, or even, yeah, I don't even know if that's actually possible, but yeah, no hit Genshin is also an option as well. Yeah, same with any other like RPG game or action game. Yeah, no hit, these things are actually, yeah, a valid challenge. Oh, so you can actually get some items to prevent getting from being hit once, but are there any penalties for using them as well? Yeah, like for example, I think like in Don't Starve Together, then if we actually use an item to revive ourselves, then yeah, we're just gonna get less maximum HP than usual. Ah! you're just gonna do that, but yeah, which characters you're gonna main? I don't even know like which character you're playing as in the game. Like yeah, for example, I think we must like yeah. Since actually I like Wendy, then I should main her, but I don't even know like she actually worth it or nah. And also, yeah, a while back someone else had actually said that yeah, there are some people who actually did challenge where they play at WX78. And to me, like yeah, playing as WX78 might not actually sound like a challenge, but yeah, playing as them but eat only Nutri-Bricks is also a challenge in itself because yeah, apparently they are the only character who can able to make those. But also making Nutri-Bricks is also like yeah, it's just like a pain in the behind itself. So yeah, kind of like a challenge. Although I just don't even know like how challenge runs in that game actually work. Although the more plausible stuff that I can actually think of is that yeah, playing while you're having like 0 sanity. But for me, I think pretty much like for the time being, I should not actually try to jump straight into challenge runs. Except when it's actually a challenge for something kind of stupid. Like for example, yeah, challenge that if every time I die, I'm just gonna sing a random song or so. But also with Don't Starve, and there are some extra mechanics compared to Terraria, like yeah, you know, yeah, definitely hunger and sanity, like so it can actually there's some variation in this. Like for example, if my sanity ever drops to 0 or below a certain level, then I have to sing a song. And not even just some random song, but also yeah, specific songs. But will you actually try to do a challenge that silly like that? But in case you're actually feeling kind of bored, so yeah, why not some challenges, even though yeah, you might not be innately good in it, but yeah, definitely, yeah, practice makes perfect as always. What the hell? So yeah, once you're comfortable with any number of them, then I think we must take to spicing up. Yeah, challenges are a must. What? Oh my god. Wow, that was a kind of extreme measure, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Well, I did uninstall Uma Musume, not because I'm addicted to the game, but the fact is that, yeah, it takes up too much of my disk space, and I'm running low on disk space, so I have nothing to do but uninstall that game, even though I did have a run of these games back in last year. Yeah? Yeah, what you need? I knew that. Why you actually just randomly get me into the whole MCR mode and I just subscribe on the G-Dot, whatever, why? You were just only joking me on purpose now. I actually get like, wow, you just gotta like feel like you're gonna mess in with me, no? I also really wish that, wow, if you're just gonna hear about the whole deal of Touhou Jesus and they're just gonna add up here that the main hero emo messiah the vampires, that's the next thing, that's the next hot things. And main hero emo messiah playing Touhou. Oh wow, you're just gonna put on some headphones and listen to My Chemical Romance. Yeah, this thing is just like one of the most yeah, one of the most bizarre she's that I bet pretty much like many people should have also heard of think of that as well. Okay, I almost completely forgot about that. This is just kind of fairly dumb by myself. I actually just tried to wait. You're just gonna see that? Yeah, I was attending that spell garden. Oh freak, oh freak. I just used to be that I was in the safe zone and damn, I died. Yeah, definitely history is just gonna manage to repeat itself. Yeah, ad infinitum. But wait, you mean that if you're just gonna play the whole G note, that would you also just mean like you're just gonna send Marisa to the Black Parade real quick? Or nah? Yeah. And so, have you actually just even heard of the whole? Yeah. Nah. I completely forgot like what I meant to say. Although I was even safe for more sure than not. I did pretty much like every single time. Yeah, playing this in the stage is like yeah. This is actually one of the worst experiences that I can actually have while playing that. Wait, what? Oh, wait, you're just gonna ask like, where's my mind? I just even simply don't know where my mind's at. Unless you're gonna say that. Yeah, my mind may be like, I just gonna leave it with the Lord in case that I actually become a threat, an active threat, just because of the fact that, yeah, I am now batshit crazy to the point that, yeah, even any single machination of mine, it's just like, yeah, pure nonsense. Wait, put in the water, I see this swimming. And also, wait, so how in the first place can an angel have a brain or organs, even though they were just only pure spirit? So, yeah, they should not have body parts that we can actually feel and perceive and such. And yeah, for the matter of being that, yeah, whatever you're seeing in front of you, it's just an illusion. What? I don't even know. I don't know about that. But also, please, just gonna give me the whole damn context. And I was just gonna be that's trigger happy with that thing. Ah! So it's a band, so yeah, so what's the context behind that? Yeah, what's the context behind you saying my brain's is floating in the water swimming? Oh my god! Oh my god! I think very much like what you say may be true because yet another stupid death. Oh, so they actually have a song about that, and they say "Where's my mind?" and what else? What else? What do they say? Like "Where's my mind?" and what are entails on that? Oh my god! Oh my lord! I think I just gotta get things a bit too gung ho over this. Why? I just even seem like I just gonna waste like a whole arsenal of my bombs just because of this stage actually plays me so fucking dirty. Ah, yeah, I haven't watched it. Ah. And also, I don't even know about any kind of fact about ending songs to movies or anime or a TV series or whatever. But the only fact I know that, yeah, Roundabout by Yes was used as the ending theme of, yeah, you know, one of the first season of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime. And speaking of which, I think pretty much like nowadays, nowadays many young people's knowledge on old school rock and metal might be actually coming from, yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure instead of like, yeah, genuine interest like I do. Which is, yeah, kind of disappointing if you're gonna ask about an older rock fan about that. Or even just me. Yeah, during Friday karaoke stream, I also made a rule prohibiting people from requesting Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap just because of, yeah, you know, just because of some people just gonna want to listen to the song just because of the meme and also not the actual music in itself. Which is, yeah, I just personally take that as an offense in my own self, in my own defense. Yeah, so older fans who actually get exposed to a specific thing, yeah, by genuine interest, they are not actually interested. They are not actually amused of. They were not amused of younger fans or wannabe fans actually get into that same thing through, yeah, you know, pop media reference. Especially if that's something like, you know, rock and metal or just about any kind of music. So, yeah, that's the reason why I just gonna accept, yeah, just because, yeah, you're just my homie, you have mutual taste into each other. And it seems like you actually really appreciate old school rock and metal. Unlike everyone else who just only like say like, we'll just only say saying dirty deeds done dirt cheap because of the meme. Nah, I would actually prefer to sing, yeah, TNT or Highway to Hell just because of the musical value of it, instead of dirty deeds done dirt cheap. I mean, yeah, I know that song actually it's so catchy, but yeah, ever since it's actually got lumped in with the memes, I'm legitimately not amused. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? This is music. Oh my god. Yeah, this is kind of like a bane of me playing in most playthroughs of this game. But at least, hey! At least I got to this point. Yeah! I'm actually eventually able to try to defeat it in the first place. Yeah! More head! I love that. I mean, I not exactly love that, but actually I know a few of their songs, like, but I mean, yeah, as with AC/DC or Ozzy Osbourne, then just only like their hits. Yeah, Ace of Spades, Overkill, and just that. And yeah, did you remember that I actually sang Ace of Spades once? And yeah, back before I debut, I actually sang that in the demo recording, and people just gonna say like, damn, it's gonna be kind of wild for a girl to actually do Lemmy's vocals. Because yeah, if you actually really take notice of that, then people are just gonna say that, yeah, Lemmy's vocals is gonna feel like, yeah, as if he actually ate a lot of stones before he's gonna sing. And they're just gonna explain like, yeah, his voice becomes so hoarse because of that. I haven't heard that. Yeah, and also pretty much like so I actually heard that in an interview. Yeah, Lemmy was asked by interviewers if Germans are gonna mispronounce his band's name as Motorhead, which he just gonna say like, no, I did not actually name my band to evoke that. I just only name it because it sounds mean. It's, yeah, kind of reasonable given like, yeah, sometimes if we actually say stuff with an umlaut, then yeah, it's just gonna be different across different languages. Deep Purple, oh yeah, is that also a band as well? Yeah, I also haven't even heard of them. I only know about Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze, but not Deep Purple. But wait, so Deep Purple, Prince? Is that a Prince album or song, if I remember correctly? Wait, I should actually listen to Prince. So pretty much like the legends of rock and roll must be like, yeah, Prince, David Bowie, Ozzy Osbourne, or Black Sabbath, and Kiss. What? But is that a band? If that's a band, and did they actually name themselves after something related to Prince or something? What? My god! If they actually predate Prince, then yeah, did they predate Elvis, or Elvis set the pavement for every single other rock act to follow in his footsteps? Oh, so yeah, I guess either like in the final years of Elvis' activity or something. But in either way, yeah, I think pretty much like Elvis already paved the way for them. Elvis walks so that every other rock band can run. As the saying actually tends to go like that. my god, my god, my god. Yeah. I think if anything, then pretty much like I also should actually have a whole, karaoke stream dedicated to like old school hits and songs and whatever. Yeah, just because I also really have to just try to satisfy the whole mindset of unks out there for all the unks and aunties across the world. I also really have to keep on going. Oh my god! Why has this suddenly become too hard for me? Why? This is just mildly infuriating, I must say. Oh my god! Why? This is such a stupid death. What a stupid way to die. And in your request, okay, I just gotta like, come with me, Hail Mary Ninja, run quick, see, do you wanna lie or die, la da 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 da, come with me, Hail Mary Ninja, won't you see, would you wanna lie or die, la da 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 da. Oh, and also speaking of hip hop, do you tend to listen to hip hop as much as rock or metal? My god. And so what if I actually have a case where, if said karaoke stream focusing on, old school rock or metal or even like, old school song that every aunts and grannies should have know? What if I do so, but, well, everything is put into a CRT filter and, sepia tones, just because it's just trying to sell the full feelings off. Yeah? And maybe this is because, like, if you actually have heard rap or hip-hop song on the national radio, or, just MTV if you have access to that. So, that's the reason why. What the hell? This is getting crazy. Like, why the freak do we actually suddenly treat ourselves as like glowing bullets without the knowledge that it actually ever happened in the game? Why? This is just the same as we heard at the point. That's the whole point of, Jesus and Touhou. Like, whatever we did last Sunday. Yeah, and also pretty much like depending on like how you're gonna think about it. Yeah, just because like some other rappers worked with Kanye before, and they maybe that's like they're just gonna hate them just because like, they work with and they should have like they work with him. Like for example, like Jay-Z, both Jay-Z and Kanye were like they were big back in the 2000s or so, but now pretty much like both have actually fell out of the spotlight. Yeah, and also pretty much like I also have to actually just try to tell you a fun fact. Yeah, the album cover art for like my like Dark Twist Fantasy or like whatever that album's full title is. Then and initially an artwork actually depicts something way more explicit to the point that as usual, then pretty much he has to actually replace the whole album cover art with something more tame. Who's that? Who's that? Because Hey, Kruna, hey! Oh, yeah. I don't remember that he pixelated or he drew another picture of a ballerina with a cup of red liquid. Or is that another release of his? I actually do not even remember like most Kanye stuff because yeah, I haven't even been a listener of him in the first place. Hey! And also pretty much like, yeah, I also pretty much like turns into like the whole agenda for the stream. So yeah, if I clear the game with every single playable character in this game, then yeah, whatever you can actually try to record, whatever you actually try to want me to do, then yeah, just wanna feel free. Yeah, dancer or ballerina, dancer, whoever that is. And but we also really need to try to censor the ending every single time whenever an ending shows up. Even though, yeah, this series of fan games does not prohibit showing endings, unlike official Touhou games. Yeah, even when, yeah, sometimes album cover art just simply go brr, but people are just gonna take offense at every single thing with whatever go wrong with the album cover art to the point that, yeah, you would actually, if you actually planning to get like the regular release, the regular edition of a particular release, then you're just gonna get a censored cover, but yeah, sometimes they're just gonna compromise and then just try to give like the whole original artwork for the deluxe version, which is gonna cost you extra. Like for example, yeah, if I just gonna recall correctly, then yeah, Rapper the game, he actually have an album called Jesus Peace, where the original artwork is just like, yep, you actually simply guess, yeah, a stained glass Jesus wearing a Jesus piece. Oh, Dawn of the Black Hearts by Mayhem. Yeah, but whether ones actually count as a Mayhem release, they actually debate because, yeah, by nature, then that's a bootleg. Yeah, but personally, I don't even think that I should actually count bootleg release as an actual band's discography. Unless the band actually really wants to just try to compile bootleg stuff into a later compilation or something. Yeah, I think pretty much like, yeah, should even try to guess like, yeah, the early Norwegian black metal scene is kinda wild. Although, that's the reason why I tend to actually not sing songs from them. Not because of some questionable beliefs, but also, yeah, it's kind of a personal topic, so I don't think that I can actually comfortably say this. But yeah, just gonna take notice that I should also take lightly to any topics that actually, yeah, you know, just gonna do like some, yeah, you know, by gods or satanic stuff, like unironically. Which is the reason why, yeah, I also have a role against requesting Behemoth. As in, yeah, the polished metal band. Even though I also have a guilty pleasure of listening to them. Just because of the fact that I also really need that sensation of feeling so freaking dazed. So I have nothing but to do that. But if you're just gonna ask me to sing that, I mean to sing their songs, nah, hell that! I'm not gonna do that. Nope! If you just gotta request that, you might actually have missed with the whole deal with whatever I actually did on Friday. If you just gonna request a song, then you're just gonna try to smell my wrath. Nope. Every time anyone just gonna request that song, not because of the whole musical value, but because only for the memes, then I just gonna smash something else instead. Like, why? I just even really want someone who actually requests the song for the actual musical value, not because of the memes. If in any case this actually happens to me during a karaoke stream or any stream in particular, then yeah, I would be simply so freaking glad. But if there's any case otherwise, then yeah, I'm just not gonna taking it lightly. I don't have that. Nah, that's just only way too good for Milli Vanilli. Nah. If you just try to troll me, I just gotta ask you to try to taste the whole taste of my whole freaking lash. And what lash am I actually having? I cannot even tell, but yeah, whatever it entails from that might not be like that pleasant. So you just really have to just try to watch your attitude. Nah, I actually not prefer to do that. I would prefer to just try to do some random things such as, well, you know, yeah, just doing a karaoke after doing my own quota. It's just like, it's getting kind of stale, isn't it? So maybe, yeah, you can actually request whatever challenge I want to do for the next stream of my own games or whatever. I don't think I have a cat song, except for a band who just even so happens to take up on a cat concept. Radio? Yeah, I pretty much like, I only like, yeah, the only Norwegian black metal band I like is, yeah, Dimmu Borgir. But pretty much like that's also because like Dimmu Borgir is also symphonic metal as well. So yeah, anything with a symphonic sound, I'm just gonna dig for that. And also it seems like Dimmu themselves actually, it's kind of like, yeah, they are kind of far off from the whole scene, the whole early Norwegian scene. Wait, play a Touhou game blind? Even though I have like played like almost every single game in my library with a 1cc on hand, like, you know, yeah, clear the game without ever using a continue. Wow. Oh, but I don't even think like there's enough space for the whole lyric. Because, yeah, we are just only certified metalheads as long as we actually know it. So in any case, if you actually just even happen to try to want to have some song or band request, then yeah, just let me know. I spent the winter on the verge of a total breakdown while living in Norway about the darkness of the black metal bands. Wait. Wait, oh, yeah. They actually pay homage to the whole scene with that? Yeah. But he's such a fond of a man. I didn't board any old church stuff. Way too much just left. Yeah, basically. So that's actually poke fun about the crimes that the actual scene did, right? Or am I actually being mistaken, or misread the whole context? So basically, like, if you had just truth be told, I think pretty much like I have fallen from grace long ago. If I just want to work on, if heaven actually works on functional way, or like, yeah, works like usual. But yeah, for some reason God actually kept me in among the ranks of the heavenly host, just because he think like it's just gonna be kind of funny to have a whole confusion fool unit in the form of me. I think pretty much like once we actually have a Discord server, then yeah, I bet that I can actually recommend you like a crud ton of bands that I think, yeah, they are just bankers on their own end. Oops! Oh my god! Oh my bad. Oops, silly me. Oops, silly me. Yeah, for some reason I actually forgot to turn the sensor back off. Just try to reverse the whole rule book like that, just because, man, I just gonna feel like that as well. Oh, yeah, I was still playing, and for some reason I forgot to turn off the sensor. Ah, silly me. I just even simply wish that, yeah, if I actually getting nuts, so if I'm not being so chatty, then I would actually be more dutiful during that time. Yeah, but also not just like music channel, but also like gaming channels for like, you know, gaming recommendations about all the games I have played on stream or that I want to play. Okay, sorry. I think pretty much like I think my throat has been like kind of bad as of the past few days. A free bird? I don't even know about that. What? I just even simply don't even like it if, yeah, a band or a song gets associated by a meme that doesn't even actually reflect who they are, or they don't even greenlight the meme itself. Yeah, that's the reason why. Yeah, if I actually just even. Maybe it's just me want to just try to keep pace of every single band that I like. Yeah, pretty much like that's a yeah. So among Guitar Hero players, then they're just gonna say that the song is pretty much like the bane of their own existence, just because like, yeah, how goddamn fast it is. But I'm just gonna tolerate Through the Fire and Flames just because of the fact that, yeah, it's metal, so I also like it, and also, yeah, from one of my favorite bands as well. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Wait! So your friend actually manipulated his settlers? Wow! I think it was like, I don't even know if if I ever see one of my favorite bands live, then yeah, I could actually even able to do that. But in either case, this is just as funny as hell. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I also just simply wish that yeah, every band actually allows the audience to actually manipulate their set list. Like for example, singing a song that weren't originally in their agenda. Like for example, yeah, you could actually simply yeah, if you ever able to go to a My Chemical Romance concert, then yeah, just gonna ask them to play Welcome to the Black Parade like for the whole duration of the live. Yeah, but as long as it's actually jazzed by one of the scenes that I like, then yeah, that's it. But pretty much normally I just gonna lose it. Just please don't make me lose it, or else you're just gonna face like one of the most dire consequences ever. Yeah, truth be told, yeah, if you actually should afford me to do that, that's pretty much like all I can gonna do is that. Yeah, sharing one of the more embarrassing stuff that I found on Pixiv. Yeah, I mean like not exactly embarrassing to me, but also like, yeah, embarrassing to like, yeah, maybe not exactly embarrassing, but actually like, yeah, cringe-worthy. I mean, pretty much like every single thing that I'm gonna have on Pixiv is just gonna be reflective of my interest. Yeah, some of which is kind of, yeah, cringe-worthy. So, yeah, that's the point. What? Oh, so, but did they actually play in the same live as Pop, or their live and Pop's live are different events? No, just even imagine like if in the My Chemical Romance live they ever play a Weezer song, then how are you gonna think about that? Wait, nah, I didn't actually not mean to say cat here, like but it is Weezer, not nya 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 nya. What? Why do you hear Freedom Motors in the background noise? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Either way, I think that's just like one of the best ideas that we could ever happen here. Wow, yeah, good, best idea, good, bad, best idea, whatever. What? Oh, hey! Hey, Project Lovelace! Hey, hello, hi, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Well, actually, I'm just rather casually playing Touhou, and also, Lovelace. Have you actually heard about Touhou before? And also, like, yeah, the game I play is a fan game, so yeah, definitely you might actually notice something off with that, especially like when you actually see some stuff that not many fans actually have even heard of. Just because of the whole merit that much of the Touhou fandoms are, yeah, notoriously canon purists. Well, yeah, Rumber, you might actually refer to the wrong Lovelace. Can you actually just welcome our new homies, like everyone else, for just even 5 minutes? So you actually know about Touhou? Nice. I think pretty much like most people who were into Touhou back then are only like canon purists. And I think pretty much like most of the fans are actually from like the 2010s and onwards. But for me, I'm exclusively a fanworks shiller. I'm just that much of a fanwork fool to the point that, yeah, every single time I'm just gonna talk about Touhou, then, yeah, 10 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, it's always fanworks. Nah, there's no fanworks here, so, yeah, just don't count on that. Yeah, I think pretty much like everyone knows that meme to the point that, yeah, you know, yeah, that's the reason why McDonald's is always almost exclusively associated with the Touhou fandom. And also, speaking of McDonald's, I also just have a Macca's meals, yeah, yesterday. So yeah, how badass was that? Although it would have been better if I actually eat the whole Macca's meals to the tune of an Owen was her. But to be fair, yeah, even though a single Macca's meal actually cost me a lot of money, well, that's worth it because, yeah, only true Touhou fans will actually have the guts to get a meal at Macca's. When otherwise, they would only just try to get the meal at, yeah, you know, KFC or Burger King or whatever fast food outlets they are. Ah, Dot Hack! Oh, I know that Dot Hack, but I'm not getting too deep into it. I only heard about the name, but also not what the whole series was like. Although, yeah, the number of games that I actually know based on the whole fact of, well, you know, yeah, just about the merit of being heard. Then it's kind of a lot. Like, yeah, for example, yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy, this gay Final Fantasy. Oh, for people like, yeah, you can actually say that I'm that much of a gamer nerd. At least for like, yeah, you know, JRPGs and some other odds and ends anyway. So basically, like, Dot Hack actually walks so that Sword Art Online can actually run. Am I right? Na 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 na. Wait. Oh my god. Just getting some like artist freak memory. Like, oh my god! No! What a stupid death I just experienced here! Na, 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 na. Oh, wait, did the Sword Art Online run? What do you mean by that? Do you mean is Sword Art Online fun? Oh, so you're just gonna take that my whole statement that literally that what I mean is that, yeah, Sword Art Online set the foundation of the whole themes of, I mean, like, yeah, but just only take it simply, like, I just gonna mean it metaphorically, not literally. So why are you getting so freaking metaphor blind? Why are you just getting so metaphor blind, you schmuck? Nice! But to be fair, I just didn't say that. But yeah, speaking of other games as well, then yeah, Laplace. What other games do you like? Yeah, for me, I also like, yeah, virtually any farming sim game. But by any farming sim game, I mean like, yeah, Stardew Valley, Fields of Mysteria, Roots of Pacha, and yeah, Dinkum. But to be frank, I think pretty much like not many people actually heard of any other farming sim title except for like, yeah, Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons or, yeah, Stardew Valley. So that's the reason why, yeah, no, I'm just not unique among like fans of that genre. Actively promoting like the more underrated titles. Dark Soul? What? What? How? Like, why are you actually just trying to torturing me to farm? Yeah, to farm EXP and such. Even though, yeah, EXP farming and farming in a whole agricultural sense, it's not the same thing. Not the exact same thing. Nice! So, yeah. Also, speaking of Megami Tensei / Persona series, then, yeah, were you there for the whole Persona 6 announcement bandwagon? I only heard of it, but, yeah, to be fair, I'm not actually a Persona or Shin Megami Tensei fan to begin with. Oh! So they actually know every single major JRPGs out there? No? Well, that's just cool beans. I also pretty much like I also have Hyperdimension Neptunia on my own hard drive, but by far I don't even see any occasion of playing it even once. Although maybe I should only play it. Maybe I should play it like you know, yeah. If I actually win this wager, like yeah, you know, clear the game with all the playable characters, and maybe. I should play it sometime. What? Yeah, slot 5 move from that boss from Terraria. Wait, what? What boss? What boss? The Queen Bee or someone else? I don't even seem to know because yeah, once I fought the Terraria boss, then yeah, the next second after that I just gonna forget because well, you know, yeah, the quota has been reached, so yeah, what's the point of remembering that? But yeah, you see, this is gonna be different. What? Spoiler? Yeah, just gonna tell me. Just gonna tell me right away. I don't care about spoilers just because yeah, I read the wiki, so what? You're just gonna trust me like if I actually have read the wiki, then I think I'm comfortable with spoilers unless like it's a spoiler that seems too close to my current point of progress in the game. Feel free to actually spoil it, okay? But is it actually a hard mode boss or a pre-hard mode boss? If in case of pre-hard mode boss, then yeah, likely the Queen Bee. But if actually that's a hard mode boss, then I have nothing to say about that. Oh, so a hard mode boss, so yeah, just gonna make a few guess. Yeah, is it the Empress of Light? Yeah, and also definitely, yeah, don't even freaking underestimate me, okay? I have read the wiki and pretty much like, yeah, that's the reason why, yeah, as with Minecraft, then one cannot actually play Terraria blind. Like, you know, don't even play Terraria without reading the wiki beforehand. Getting a smoke guard bonus while I am just wow. Oh my god, I beat that attack pattern. Oh, will be the merit of yeah, dying at the last second. Now I definitely see through all your lies. I can see through all your lies. I swear, I can I can see through all your lies to the point that I freaking piss at the whole mention of a whole damn freaking challenge for me. Because just even say that just don't troll me. If you ever just wind up getting a whole rise out of me just because of a trolling attempt, then yeah, you're a snake. No, Boku, you're a snake, eh? Even though, I just want to see me wish that, yeah, if I actually want to fight the Empress of Light, then what if I actually want to just, well, yeah, fighting the Empress of Light actually requires me to just, well, what? I just, don't know. Yeah, just either like, yeah, curl around in a ball, yeah, pray to you so that I actually survived the fight, which is, yeah, the chance are just like, yeah, either like, yeah, 25-75, and not even that fun. Oh, yeah, skip it, but I don't think that we can actually skip it. Unlike Touhou or whatever nocturnal bosses are there. Well, definitely, I actually, yeah, just don't be fooled. I actually know more than what you might actually think about. So, in case where you actually don't even know about how my mind even works when it comes to like, yeah, planning my own Terraria strategies, then yeah, trust me, I actually know how to read the wiki. I'm not actually that dumb to actually not even read the whole wiki. Every single Terraria player should actually have known that. Yeah, for a first-time player, then for a player who actually started their one and only playthrough, then yeah, the first thing they're gonna do is just, yeah, open up the wiki to see like how things gonna work. That's just normally how things gonna go like that. Nah, I'm not gonna get me that easily full. If you're just gonna keep fooling me with whatever lies you're gonna having, then yeah, you actually fooled the wrong person, kiddo, whatever. But even in hard mode, I don't even think that, once the world turns to hard mode, I'm pretty much like, I also should, prioritize survival instead of just, doing whatever she's that you're trying to tell me to do. What? Wait, are you actually tweaking or not? Skeletron Prime is the nighttime boss, like the original Skeletrons. Why? Yeah, Skeletron Prime, just like the original Skeletron, can only be fought at night. Otherwise, it may be enraged or run away. So yeah, just don't lie to me, fool. I actually know all. I mean, not quite know all, but I know a lot of things about Terraria. So yeah, all of your fools and just are not gonna work on me for the most part. Two lies, one truth for me. If I just gonna give you Terraria facts, then it's just gonna be like, two truths, one lie. But for the most part, the lie is just gonna be like, some random ass gameplay advice, and I don't think that pretty much like you're just gonna take it seriously. Like for example, every time you die, which is gonna be like quite a lot of times in the game itself, every time you die, you have to sing a song, and just even please. Just don't even pick dirty deeds done dirt cheap for that option. Wow. Yeah, but sometimes even when you are actually lying, even if you know the truth while you're lying, you're still lying no matter how much coffee, how much milk there is, it's still coffee. Or whatever equivalent saying that there is. I'm gonna live my life as a pirate. But whatever we do, but just even don't question like why I suddenly actually referencing the least unlikely of song in this whole circumstance. Okay. Oh my god. They pretty much like, yeah, every single time. If I actually want to play this game, then yeah, this postcard is like the bane of my own reflexes. My reflex might be like, I'm just gonna play in this game at the speed of snail, but yeah, this postcard is gonna require me to react like the speed of a cheetah. What? Why do you think that I actually should play Touhou while blindfold, or yeah, you know, having a whole ass sensor covering the whole game field or whatever? Yeah, so if anyone actually have done it, then I think I should not actually do it if I'm not familiar with how they, with their secrets and stuff. I would actually rather just try to start the whole peach farm in my own Stardew runs instead of like your whole long time request of running a cat farm. Can you 건반 왔어. 시원하다요. 그것이. If you're just gonna chop on my peach farm, then I think you're just gonna taste my whole freaking wrath in the first place. Na 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 na. Men 可以 Well, yeah, I think we must like if we actually have a mod where we can actually try to increase the whole value of peaches, then yeah, why not? Why not having a peach farm? Or maybe just like a mod where we can actually try to make a lot of peach team stuff. Like for example, like yeah, peach cake, peach pie, peach whatever. So pretty much like I would, and every Touhou fan would be the happiest person on earth. Yatta ne? Ichiga-san? Peach. Wait, if you're gonna say peach, then that's just gonna be that redundant. But I would actually prefer like, yeah, you know. But if we could actually just have something like, you know, I cannot even try to think of any idea about peaches unless I'm actually getting so damn crazy about that. Or what if I just gotta have like yeah if you just or maybe a mod actually has a special kind of peaches, has a special kind of peach. If you actually give it to yeah, you know, to other people, then they're just gonna like remark like on how Yeah, the peaches is gonna, yeah, mildly reminding them of, yeah, something. Definitely something in my own hand. Ah! My god! 100, yeah, plus 100 viewer trust, or I mean that's just like kind of like a weird perk to have, but I think it's just something funnier to just like have, yeah, to just have, yeah, you know, that carpeted lady Robin who actually reacted differently if she actually given that kind of peach instead of like a usual one. I mean, yeah, I'm not that evil to have her hate that kind of peach, but yeah, what if she actually reacted and say that? Is the stuff actually coming from Sebastian watching some superhero anime and then someone's imagination make it real? I think that's a better reaction for Robin to have. Or if I just gotta give it to Sam, then rewatching. Yeah, maybe humor and steals, but yeah, whatever humor there are, I just cannot even try to think of it in the first place because I haven't even interacted much with other townsfolk apart from like the one I'm intending to romance. And so, like, yeah, so how about if you actually got a... Yeah, so what if you actually... Yeah, you know... So what if I actually make a mod where... Yeah, we can actually change that one quest where Pam asks for ale for, like, yeah, her asking for peaches instead? Yeah, I think pretty much, like, it would not actually just gonna make us feel guilty for enabling her alcoholism, but... Yeah, what are we to the bot? Or pretty much like every single time. What if we actually... What if actually we gonna think about the tamer way then? Oh, so why not actually a mod where, yeah, everyone else Halloween costumes just gonna be Touhou characters. Entirely Touhou characters, regardless if the townsfolk wearing it is a guy or not. This would be like kind of funny, I must say. Ah! My god! Pretty much like, at this point, I think I should just gonna take my old toss to cut this large. Ah! I drink 5 of Pokemon alcohol from Shane. Wait. Are you just gonna say that I'm just gonna re-traumatizing him again? Nah! I would prefer to let my Manhera man to be happy. Let my Manhera pen happy! Yep! Wow, yeah, that's just gonna be a whole freaking lifesaver here. Man happy, that's feels like that's all I need. Reaper, reopen Joja Mart. Wow. Yeah. But even if the mart cannot be restored, then yeah, what about a convenience store instead? That would be like way more viable. Yeah, that's the reason why I don't think that pretty much like anyone else who is sensible here should actually watch things. What the hell? Yeah, or what about it actually? We can actually make a mod where, yeah, you know. Yeah, so if you actually heard about Crowbus, then yeah, why don't we actually make a mod where if we actually give a Peach to make us, yeah, integration with that early on Peach mod idea. Yeah, every time we give him a special kind of Peach, then he's just gonna react as if, yeah, we just given him like 1,000 years old artifact or something. And by that I don't even mean that he's just gonna hate it. As he's not gonna like dislike like the vast majority of other artifacts. I mean, is that, yeah, he's just gonna take it for granted and then just gonna love it. Or maybe, yeah, change his proposal item to, well, you know. Change his whole proposal item to, yeah, that kind of peach, just only for the laughs. Even though I don't even know like how possible was that. Yeah, like for example, like changing vanilla mechanics. What? Tin cans? Tin cans or Jojo Cola cans? Nah, I just don't even think that this is actually even possible. But in either way, or maybe just trying to give like or maybe have a mod where we can actually just try to, yeah, you know. Or what if we actually can have to do anything with, yeah, do more things with, well, you know, yeah, recipes using Jojo Cola, for example. Like, what if we actually can maybe be able to make a cola float with Jojo Cola? Yeah, a recipe for that would actually be so freaking fire. But the whole hard part is like, yeah, who should actually even like it? Yeah, apart from like, yeah, starting with everything as a cat. Well, I think there might be mods where it makes all the bachelors and bachelorettes, or maybe just only the bachelors, into cat boys or cat people, whatever. Yeah, and oh yeah, what a wild run we're gonna have here. And hey, Presto, that's pretty much like, yeah, kind of like an old achievement on itself. Yep. Hey, oh, so yeah. So basically, I actually just tried to clear the whole game with, yeah, a free character shot type. So, oh, or in other words, yeah, all playable characters. So, I think I actually have to decide like what to do after this stream. So maybe, yeah, as Radio can say, I think I should actually try Terraria for the next, yeah, in the near future. I don't even know. Maybe just ask them. I don't even have the guts to ask. Even though I'm just not gonna risk it. Just don't risk it, because you don't even simply know what the results is. And also, yeah, with my own idea of a Terraria stream, even when like I don't even have anything left to do after I beat like almost all pre-hard mode bosses. So yeah. So maybe you can actually try to ask me like whatever to build there to pass the time. So what can you actually just try to ask me to build to pass the time while I'm just still feeling too weak to actually conquer the underworld itself? Yeah, I mean, I already have a cat. I already have a cat near my own home base, so yeah, there's a cat. And although we can actually pet them, but it's just only like for aesthetic purpose. Sheeps? Oh, sorry, I don't even play Terraria mod, so I don't think that we can actually mod sheeps into the game. But for sure, pretty much like I also on my way to actually look on how to, looking towards to, Terraria builds. So that, so I can actually have an idea on what to do, even when I'm getting so freaking bored about that. We were so, bored. Oh, yeah, you mean, Stardew's sheeps? I think pretty much like, all I can actually simply do with them is that I'm just gonna harvest wool from them. Just turn all these wool into cloth. And also since I also have a mod where we can actually milk sheep as well, then, sheep milk cheese. So that's just gonna be like, way better than just like butcher them for mutton. And also, I'm just gonna prefer like using that one cruelty-free meat mod to actually grow meat. So these poor things doesn't even need to suffer. Yeah, via a mod. So that's the point. I mean, if in real life sheep milk can exist, why not? We can actually mod the whole damn thing into Stardew in itself. Yeah, it did exist in real life, and while it's actually not a part of vanilla Stardew in itself, then I'd say that there's a mod that actually add that functionality into the game as well. So that's the point. You can actually both have sheep milk in game and in real life, although it's just gonna functionally almost everything in the whole thing. Yeah, unless I actually have something that makes JoJo experience more enjoyable. Like, for example, what if we actually install a mod where, JoJo Mart stocks more items? But I don't even think like that's just gonna be kind of worth it unless, I know that pretty much like most fans gonna hate on Pierre, but my job is just only make like either Pierre or Morris happy. Or both. Yeah, why not both? Why not both? Why not both? Like, make Morris and Pierre happy. Mutually. And man, I just even simply wish there's a mod that actually adds a plot where, Pierre and Morris reconciles their rivalries in business, and the rest is just gonna be like, you try to imagine it, but I just think because it's just gonna be good. But regardless, I also just gonna be hellbound on like, just gonna do a Terraria session where we're actually gonna build like almost everything. Oh, so, but in either way, do you want me to actually do a Stardew stream or Terraria stream in the near future? And if I actually do a Stardew stream, then 8 times out of 10, 10 times out of 12, it's just gonna be about Sebastian. Yep. Oh, so I think we were done. That's the point. Even though, my whole point of suffering in Terraria is that, try to find like building materials for like whatever purpose we're gonna need it here, or just try to like using like my whole single 396 brain cells to design a house or design whatever structure you want me to build. Wait. You actually want me to do a build? You actually want me to do a boulder trap? Are you being serious about that? Yeah, hell yeah, that's what I mean. So in either case, what if you actually have me doing a whole pixel art of Sebastian? And then cool the whole forbidden redeem in 3, 2. I don't know. I just even simply know, like, if you actually really know when the whole forbidden redeem is just gonna happen. If you actually just agree to be making a whole Sebastian pixel art in Terraria, the next thing's gonna do it. Like, you also really need to vote, like, who I should romance in Fields of Mystery once the game's got its full release in August. What? What? You mean like you also just really wanted me to make a pixel art of every Sebastian and going, yeah, making pixel art of Crab Sebastian, Demon Butler Sebastian, and Frog Boy Sebastian, or just about every random butler in anime and manga called Sebastian, and apart from that one famous butler. You actually really mean that? This is just okay. I think all I can simply do is that. Wow. What do you just kind of think about the whole possibilities of doing a whole Sebastian's pixel art and just try to build a shrine around him just for fun? I'll freak up you want to think like I'm just gonna pull off that in the first place. Yup. So yeah, today we're just gonna have a whole. So pretty much like, that's the whole mystery. If you're just coming in and hear the tagline, then you're just gonna say like, oh, wait, so how can Lovecraftian horrors actually play a part in ancient Japan? Then yeah, you actually see the point. Yeah, much of the game actually referenced Lovecraftian stuff so freaking much, and also the stage 3 boss. Yeah, maybe a Lovecraftian old one or Elder God or whatever. But yeah, the thing's gonna get like, it's just gonna get like extremely ambiguous to the point that we don't even know like if actually it's really for that. So yeah, that's the point of the mystery. And so this also means that yeah, you don't even simply need unsolved mystery for that. And